Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview, May 11th, 2016. Traders, great to be with you on a Wednesday. In the middle of our trading week, it's hump day, my friends. Traders is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, got a lot to talk about today. Got 6 currency pairs to look at, some trade plans, and a little bit of price action moving around. And also, we have some data coming out, and that should have come out. And we also have data coming out later in today, but it's a pretty slow day data-wise. We'll get to that in just a moment. Traders, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday, and I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, like I said, it's great to be with you, and I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I started trading in the year of 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, I came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday, and I'm happy to say that I'm in my 9th year living in Thailand, and it's absolutely wonderful. The food, the people, and the time zone is excellent to trade Forex. I can basically do all 3 sessions. I only do about 2 hours of New York. It gets a little bit late after that. Comes up close to 11 p.m. And of course, I don't sit in front of my computers that whole time. That's why we have iPhones and iPads and Androids and all that good stuff where I can monitor my trades on the run. Traders, I will tell you that I also trade options, and I do that in the New York session. I do not trade Forex in the New York session. So what I do is I listen to fundamentals. I listen to fundamentals all day long. Believe it or not, I pay for a news feed, and I need to know what's going on around the world. It's so important, especially if somebody does a surprise announcement and says something surprisingly. You need to know what's going on so you can adjust your trades. I don't trade news data. In other words, I don't trade the numbers when they come out. I usually wait about 40 minutes, and hopefully the numbers come out and it stays within the trend, and then I look to enter the trade. So I don't trade the numbers. And for those of you who do trade the news, meaning the numbers, my hat's off to you. However, I'm a technician. I love analyzing charts. Candlesticks, price action, price structure, price failure, price levels, all that. It's really great to do that. Candlestick patterns tells you a story, and price action, is the main event, right? We need to know how to read price action. And it's just one of those things that makes trading great. So what I do is I put my fundamentals and I put my technicals, and I do an analysis, and I come up with a trade plan. And after the trade plan, of course, I activate my trade plan, and if price comes to my entry point, I take the trade. If not, guess what, my friends? I don't take the trade. It's so important that you take your trade plan and trade your plan, okay? All right, that's enough about me. Let's talk about the legal stuff. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Most importantly, traders, please, please, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's head over to news and commentary. Let's take a look at how the markets closed yesterday. The U.S. markets looked pretty good. The Dow closed up 1.26%. The S&P 500 closed positive 1.25%. The Nasdaq closed positive 1.26%. And the small cap 2000 closed positive 1.03%. Quite a strong day in the markets in the U.S. session, and that all happened late, by the way. I was reading a bunch of stuff before I did this video and did my research this morning early, and it all happened late in the session. So it was after the New York lunch that all this came about. So let's go over to the Eurozone. Let's take a look at the DAX. The DAX closed positive 0.65%. The FTSE 100 out of London closed 0.68%. The CAC 40 out of Paris closed 0.36%, with the Eurostoxx 50 closing positive 0.61%. Nice day on that. It's pretty interesting. Yesterday we were at the computer at the London Open, and the DAX opened and took off out of the gate and just climbed from there. Really unbelievable. I'm not sure. I did not look this morning. It's early in the morning for me here in Thailand, my friends. And, I didn't take a look at the DAX, but it was above 10,000 yesterday at the London Open. It past that 10,000 level, which is a critical level. It's a psychological level and all that good stuff, and it was above that. All right, let's take a look at what's going on over in Asia. The Nikkei 225 is open today, and it's currently trading 0.44%, and the S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is positive 0.77%. The China A50, which is open, is positive 0.17%. The Hang Seng, which is open, is negative 0.11%, and the Kospi, which is currently trading, is also negative 0.40%. Traders, let's take a look at the economic calendar. Not a lot to talk about today. However, New Zealand had home loans come out, and it came out positive. It was negative 0.9. The consensus was negative 1.5. And Invest Housing Finance, which was low impact, does not have a consensus, but it came out at 1.5. And also, Governor Wheeler was speaking just about 5 minutes ago before I got on the microphone to do this, and he is still speaking as we talk now. Later in the day, if we take a look at, and yeah, there we go. Okay. Later in the day, it's really a pretty slow day today. Isn't it amazing? Brazil has so much data coming out every day. Brazil, and their country's in such bad shape. It's unbelievable. The only one worse than them is Puerto Rico, unfortunately. We do have in the U.S. session, late in the U.S. session, we have crude oil inventories comes out today, and that will be at 9:30. Nope, sorry, that'll be 10:30 in the morning on Wall Street. Yes, absolutely. Also, ECB's Natani speaks today. I'm sure I messed that name up pretty bad, my friends. So, yeah, not even a lot of medium impact. We have the Great British Pound as industrial production in the London session today, medium impact. And the only high impact we have is manufacturing production month on month for March. And that is also in the London session. That's 90 minutes after the London Open. And that's about it, folks. Not a lot really going on as far as that goes. Pretty slow, if I can say so myself. Pretty slow in the markets. All right, commentary. Nice price action yesterday. I didn't think it was an active day, but it seemed to move okay. And I did not enter any trades yesterday. I just really didn't like Asia, and I didn't like the London Open, and of course I was not around for New York. In fact, to be honest with you, I lost my internet in the U.S. session, so I wasn't going to be in New York anyhow because I had no internet. So that happens. It's internet's the internet. So some pretty decent price action, but I'm telling you, a lot of these pairs are still in a range, and let's take a look at some. For an example, let's take a look at the euro dollar. Here's the euro dollar, right? This is, it came down, came back up again. Nothing's really happening here. We need a pullback, folks. We need this to come back up to that 114.07 or 113.90 would be fine, and we can sell this. I'm really not looking to sell this here. We're selling right into support, and you don't have enough pips to get break even. So we need a pullback. And we need to pull back past this daily pivot point in the 55 EMA, which is going to be a job. That's going to take some work. We need to get back up to that R1 pivot in the 200 exponential moving average. Like I said, 1.1390 would be great. We'll get out at 1.1364, nice 40 pip trade. We just need price action to get to work. All right, let's take a look at the pound today. This is yesterday's chart, and we're now just coming to where we want it to be. Not a lot of price action yesterday. Actually did come down to the 55, and I said yesterday, be careful with that. If it comes to our entry, be careful at that daily pivot point in the 55. It might be a spot to get out. I hope you took advantage of that. It did not come down to where we wanted to at 43.79. However, we're looking at the same trade plan today. There's no difference. We're looking at 1.4465, and we'll get out at 1.4379. Like I said, not a lot of price action, but some price action. If you guys and girls did take the trade yesterday, you made some pips. Not a lot, but you know what? Enough for the day. It wasn't a bad day. If you take a look at the 10 moving average on this, by the way, take a look at how this is moving to the upside, right underneath price, just the way we like it. and we want to just see this bounce off that 200 and head back down. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. Wow, this is some choppy stuff, folks. Look at this. This is also from yesterday. Not a lot. It spiked that 61.8 fib that we put on yesterday. And you know what? The trade plan is still active from yesterday. We had, it did give us our trade yesterday, by the way. It did come down, came down below the 55 EMA, which we were looking for. It didn't come all the way down where we are targeted 73.17. However, it came back up in New York, and folks, I'm looking for this to come back down. This has spiked this this price action here at 73.75, and it can't break through it. So you know what? Let's take advantage of this resistance area. And as long as it spikes through it, that's telling me it's got a really nice chance of coming back to the downside. And we'd like to see price get below that 10 EMA, which is that thin line on your chart, and we will sell this. Again, be careful of that daily pivot point and that 55 exponential moving average. Maybe this time it'll break through it and give us our target at 0.7317. Like I said, that'll be a nice 45 pip trade for us if we can get price action to work with us. Let's look at the Euro Aussie. This is, like I said, this is one of my favorite pairs to trade. This price action is just unbelievable, and there's just no I want to say correlation, but I don't know if that's the right word or not. But the nice thing about this pair is that it just does what it does. Whether it's in an up move or it's a down move, it stays in that move till it decides it wants to change. And when it's in the move, it does such good work. And look at this pair, it's just working great. Now, I got this to pull back to the daily pivot point and the 55 EMA, but we're sitting at the 200 exponential moving average. This can head back up to the upside, or what do you think it can do? Yeah, it can just drop from here, drop like a rock. There's no price action below this, folks. So, you're going to have to watch this. Even though I have a trade plan for you, we might have to do some analysis here. I wouldn't do anything during the Asia session, however. This is definitely a London Open session trade. I wouldn't touch this until London Open, until it makes its mind up. We got 2, 4, 6 candles sitting on the 200 exponential moving average, so we're just going to have to hang out and wait for it to make a decision. Let's take a look at the Euro Yen. This pair is just it's just not doing what I want it to do. Apparently, they're not listening to me, right? However, I don't want to buy the Euro Yen, folks, and I'm not going to buy the Euro Yen. What's happening here, to be honest with you, is the euro is strong, the yen is strong, and what's happening is this is just fighting each other like a magnet. Two magnets put together, and they just can't come together what they want to do. Yeah, it moved up a little bit, but not that much. I want this to close below the daily pivot, the 55 EMA. We can get in this at 123.87. We'll get out at 122.83 at the S2 reversal pivot point. I do see the 200 exponential moving average. However, there's not a lot of price action on it, so I'm thinking it's going to slide right through that 200 exponential moving average, and we'll be fine down to the S2 pivot. If it starts to bounce off the 200, just get out of the trade. You've made your pips, just get out, okay? Or scale. Take 3/4 of your lots off and leave a couple there to just see if it decides to fall and give you some more pips. But I am bearish on the euro yen. Look at a daily chart and you'll see what I'm talking about. And in fact, folks, I've got 2 euro yen charts and they're both the same. Okay, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar is at a great spot to sell this. I should have gotten in this when I took this slide because, it bounced right off this 200 exponential moving average. It's at the R2 reversal pivot point. And what does it do? It bounces, right? What does it do? 3 hours ago, it spikes through the 200, can't get through it, bounces, and we have a gap. So this looks like it wants to close the gap because it can't break above this 200 exponential moving average. This is a great sell trade. There's a couple of things that you have to take into consideration here. One is that the 10 exponential moving average is pointing straight up, and the 55 is also curled to the upside. So be careful with this. I would not touch this till London Open, my friends. This is not the time to take this. If you were going to take it, you would have taken it when that candle came out. And when I took this slide, I'm recording this about 30 minutes after I actually took the slide. So, there's probably 2 candles now that have passed by on this New Zealand dollar. So I would wait now for London Open and see if we can get into this trade. Now is not the time to do it. We're in the inactive zone of Asia, and there's no data coming out. So that's our 6 currency pairs, my friends, and I thank you for watching and listening, and I hope that helps you out a little bit in your trade plan. Remember, don't trade my trade plan, trade your trade plan, right? Remember, this is for educational purposes only. All right, my friends, on behalf of myself, William Gilder, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence Trading, I want to thank you for joining me today on a Wednesday. Traders, always remember to trade smart and not hard. And have a great trading day. And we're already 42 seconds out of our time. We're doing better and better every day. Traders, have a great trading day, and we'll catch you in about 24 hours. Take care now. Bye-bye.